crazy because I guess somebody had like, they hit the guardrail and spun out, and the car was like turned backwards in the right lane, and they had one fire truck and one police car, you know, blocking off the lane. And the only thing I could think about was like, if that would have been in Texas, they would have had 3 fire trucks, 5 police cars. Everybody would have been standing around not doing anything. They would have had the whole highway shut down. And Florida was like, fuck that. Everybody keep moving. Just get, I mean, people wasn't even slowing down. Like, they were just moving. Texas is so dramatic when it comes to car accidents. Like, I get it. Like, don't get me wrong, car accidents are horrible, and you know, I hate that they happen. But when they have a car accident, man, don't fucking ruin 1,000 people's day when, you know, just block off the lane. And we got a lot of looky-loos too in Texas. I mean, I've been driving on the highway and been in like bumper to bumper traffic that you would think somebody died, and then you know how you sit in the bumper to bumper traffic and you sit there for an hour, and then you get up to the wreck and you're like, oh damn. In Texas, you'll sit there for an hour, you'll get up to the wreck, the damn wreck will be on the other side of the highway going in the opposite direction, and you'd be like, what the fuck, man? Mind your damn business. I guess they trying to learn from other people's mistakes, but I'm like, hey man, don't hold me up because you're trying to get a show. I got work to do. So it's been a pretty good morning. I'm glad that somebody is joining me. Welcome to the front seat. The sun is coming up. It's not, it looks like it's a little cloudy, but it's not overcast. I thought it was gonna be like a rainy day, and you guys wouldn't be able to see the sun come up, but I guess you're gonna get a sunny day in Florida. So I was, you know, trying to figure out what kind of topics we had today. Not much in the news. I don't know if anybody saw that horrible Cowboy game. I don't know what that was about. Yesterday I was excited. Went and got me some barbecue. Yo, I stopped in Mississippi. I don't know if anybody was with me yesterday. I stopped in this really cool place in Mississippi, like this off the wall Chevron station that was like a truck stop. And I went in there and they had barbecue in there. In a Chevron station they had barbecue, and I told the lady, I was like, man, I can smell that barbecue from you know, on the other side of the parking lot. And she told me that they used pecan wood and they had a smoker in the back, because most truck stops, they have like your normal, you know, fried chicken tenders, they may have some fried wings, they may have, you know, the basics, the burrito, the chimichangas, the basic stuff. No, I went up in this spot, they had fucking greens, they had baked beans, they had dressing or stuffings. Some people call it stuffing, some people had to call it dressing. And they had this smoked chicken quarters. So I'm, you know, getting ready for the football game, and I'm like, let me get a couple of those leg quarters. And I got some greens, and it was so good. Like, it was just, you could just tell it was like somebody was just like wanting to show love to the truck. And it wasn't expensive either. I got these 2 huge leg quarters and a big thing of home style greens for, it was like $7. It was like $7. It was really, really inexpensive. And so I got me a couple drinks, you know, so I could sit back and watch the game and have a good time. So I get back to the truck, and I'm getting ready to, it was like 2:30, the game didn't come on until 3:30. I didn't realize how tired I was. Yo, I had been driving for, what, 9 720 miles yesterday, which is like 10 hours and 45 minutes. Whoever saw the video yesterday when I closed out, I almost ran out of time on my clock. So I was trying to wait for the game to come on, trying to piddle around with the Instagram and the YouTube and stuff, trying to get stuff situated. And like the game comes on, and like first fucking quarter, Washington scores a touchdown like almost immediately. Washington is what, 8-4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, no, 8-6, 9-6, something like that. They've lost more games than they've won. The Cowboys were 12-3. It was supposed to be a cut and dry game. Everybody, you know, they do everybody makes their picks before the game. All of the people, there was like 8 people who did picks. They all picked the Cowboys. Everybody had the Cowboys by like 10%, right? Yo, motherfucking Dak Prescott, he throws like back-to-back interceptions, and like I was tired, so I was trying to watch it. I guess I fell asleep, and when I woke up, it was like the beginning of the second quarter, and it was like 13-0 Washington, and I'm like, okay, I know the Cowboys. They're probably just kind of fucking around, and after halftime, they're gonna come back and whoop Washington's ass, you know. So I didn't feel bad about falling asleep on the rest. I mean, after I ate that home cooking, I was toast. I was done, and I didn't even drink my drinks like that. I guess that's just how tired I was, and so I kind of dozed off, and I slept through halftime. I really slept through the rest of the game, and so I'm like, well, shit, I'll wake up. When I wake up, I'll look at the score and see how bad that the Cowboys kicked ass. Yo, when I woke up, it was 6-23. They didn't even score a touchdown, yo, on a horrible ass team, and I just fucking lost it, because I've been talking big shit all week, like talking shit to everybody, like, yeah, Cowboys, this is an easy game. So from what I heard, I gotta look at the recaps, and I'll go back today and look at the recaps and figure out what's going on. But from the little bit I heard, so apparently because it wasn't a playoff game and it wasn't that important, coach took out a majority of the star players, of the starters, and had like second and third string in there because he didn't want them getting hurt. He didn't want them getting hurt before the playoff game, which I kind of understand. I really do, because I mean, if it's like a non-necessity win game, then why do it? But I was just like, I thought we had something to prove, because the Eagles went to, what did they go to? 14-3, 14-3, 15-3, something like that. Anyway, they clinched the #1 spot in the division. And I was just like, you know what, Cowboys, y'all are such like assholes about the shit. Like, prove a point, man. Prove that you are that team. It's like they're so unpredictable. Like, they may win 5 games and then lose the next 4. They didn't do that this year, but it's been a pattern. But they, whatever. Whatever. I was just so like fucking disappointed. Like I wouldn't even try to stay up and watch that game had I known, they were gonna play like shit. But hey, it is what it is. So I went ahead and went to sleep, and then I got up like I had to leave out at 11:45 last night. I made another podcast because when I got ready to leave, it was so foggy. Oh, I made the intro for the YouTube videos. So I decided that what I'm gonna do is, instead of instead of like finding a platform for this podcast, for the Stay in Your Lane podcast, I'm just gonna do these videos for now on YouTube, and I'm gonna cut them down to like maybe between 30 and 45 minutes. I'm just gonna cut them down for right now, and then once it gets up and running, if it does get up and running, because I don't know who will want to listen to me fucking talk for goddamn 45 minutes. Hell, half the time I don't want to listen to myself talk for 45 minutes. But it's more of, I think it's interesting that you get to sit in the, you get the seat, the driver's seat perspective, driver's seat, middle seat perspective. And I think there's going to be a lot of people who really don't even listen to me talk. Who really don't listen to me talk and put me on mute and just kind of like, the travel aspect of it. Like, I think that's pretty cool. Because if I was doing something and like I didn't want to watch videos, like say you're in somewhere that's like really, really quiet and you can't necessarily watch a video because you can't listen to it. You can just kind of watch the road, keep your mind occupied. So that's pretty much the main point of this video or of this series. But if you do like hearing my annoying voice, then hey, feel free to ride with me. If you are listening and you want to email me some ideas, some topics, or anything, that email is DAdamsTheGhost, DAGHOTST @gmail.com. DAdamsTheGhost @gmail.com. That was the email. And man, you guys can email me anything if there's something specific you want me to talk about. There's gonna be a lot of stories that I have that I won't necessarily be able to just rant about on the main platform, because they're not appropriate. So I'm thinking I may get like a Patreon or something to where I can put the really, really bad stories. But for now, we're just, I'm just hanging out. I'm getting up and running. I did an intro for these videos, which you can see on YouTube. I did the intro, and then I posted the Guitar Center story, and it took like 5 hours to upload, but it was a little long. It was a little long, but that's okay, because I'm gonna cut them down. I'm definitely gonna cut them down. So I think that 40 to 45 minutes is more than enough time to hear me bullshit and talk about things that are irrelevant. The one I did this morning, it was so foggy that I was trying to do a podcast this morning, but I was really having to kind of pay attention to the road, because when it's like zero visibility fog like that, you really got to watch out for deer and stalled vehicles and stuff like that. But I basically I told the story about how I used to work for Walmart. I worked for Walmart distribution. I was driving for another company. I'm not gonna put their name out there, but I was driving for another company, and they were contracted by Walmart. So and it was a home daily. I used to go home every day, which was pretty dope. And I was just talking about how it was such a pain in the ass to deliver to Walmart and Sam's Club, not necessarily because it was hard work, but it was just so difficult trying to get the employees to work. Because Walmart, they like to hire like young kids, and those young kids, they don't want to do shit. And when I would pull up, they would all disappear. They would all disappear, and they didn't want to work, and it was just such a fucking hassle. It was such a hassle, and I would get different routes every day, and some of the routes would be like right by my house, and then the other routes would be like far out. And so when I started getting the routes that were close to my house, because you know they got Walmarts everywhere. So in the city where I live, we have 2 Walmarts that are equal distance from each other. They're both equal distance from my house. They're both like, one's like 8 minutes from my house, and the other one is like 5 minutes from my house. And so I used to love delivering to those Walmarts because I would get off early. Like I would get off work early. It would take me maybe an hour and 20 minutes to get to the distribution center, maybe another 45 minutes to get my trailer picked up, and then an hour and 20 minutes to get back, and then maybe, 2 hours to deliver to both stores. And once I got done, I would be like 5 minutes away from my house. And I used to park my truck like right down the street. I knew this lady that she had a diesel mechanic shop that I used to work at. Well, I would go help out. I would help change tires and do cosmetic work. They had like some old trucks that I would just kind of help out, a helping hand. So she would let me park my cab there, my truck there, when I was off. So it was really a good deal. But when the old heads found out that I was getting those easy routes, they started complaining. And so they would like go bitch to the dispatch and be like, oh, he's got those short routes and he just started. You need to give him the long routes. So they started giving me like these long ass routes to where I had like 3 stops, and each stop was like an hour away. It was such a pain in the ass. It was so much like politics that went along with it. It was ridiculous. So between that and then dealing with like asshole Walmart employees that, don't want to do their job because they're supposed to unload the trucks. But when you get there, they don't want to work. So what would wind up happening is I would wind up unloading my own damn truck, and they don't pay me for that. And but it would be like I get there and my options were to wait an hour and a half for somebody to come unload my truck, or I could just do it myself in like 15 minutes and be done with it. So a lot of the times I had to unload my own truck, and just with all that, it was just such a pain in the ass. And so I did that for about 2.5 years, and I winded up just kind of giving up on that because it was just too frustrating. It was way too frustrating. I didn't want to deal with the bullshit, so I just kind of gave up on it, and I went back over the road. And not to mention the money wasn't there. Like when I was doing home daily, I wasn't making too much of anything. When you come out over the road, you will make double what you make working home daily, unless you just got like a good ass, you find a good ass job to where they're just paying you good money to do less work, which is the goal for everybody. I encourage everybody to find a job where you don't do shit and make buku bucks. That's definitely my goal, because if I ever get the chance to get off of this road, I will. I would like to be like a journalist, to where I can go interview people, which is what I plan on doing with this podcast. I've been looking into some equipment and some different things here and there that is going to help with the quality of content that I put on here. And so like I said, if anybody's got any ideas, if anybody wants to help, hey, I'm open to it. I'm definitely open to it. You can shoot me an email. Hey, give me a like or something. Isn't that what they say? Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, yo. Yeah, I've finally gotten to that point. Like and subscribe. No, I'm just fucking with you. I really don't. I'm really not tripping off likes and subscribes. I'm really just posting some content for people who are bored, and I'm just working on my portfolio, working on my resume. I'm gonna learn how to edit these videos and learn how to make them interesting. So I figure with the stories I have to tell, and the experience that I have over the road, I can. Hey, if anybody is still listening, I'll tell you the time about how I got stuck in my truck with my homeboy. at my other job, I used to could have people on the truck with me, and everybody likes to ride with me. Like, people always like to come with me, and so I brought my best friend. I brought my best friend one night with me on my delivery, and it had been raining for like 3 days, and there was this one particular Sam's Club where there was a shortcut that you could take to get to the loading dock, and it cut through like this field. I mean, it wasn't a long cut, but you know you could just cut through this field, because if you didn't cut through the field, you had to like drive all the way around the block. It was hard to get to, and so like so many truckers had cut through this field that you know, it kind of made a path. It made a path. It was just like the normal way to go. And so I knew that it had been raining, but I didn't think that, you know, I didn't think anything of it, because it wasn't raining that day. So I'm sorry, yo, I'm gonna have to edit that out once I figure out how. So we deliver. I go the regular way. I go the long route to deliver, because the truck was heavy, and when the truck's heavy and it's full of stuff, I don't like to, you know, do no cuts or nothing, because I just want to be careful. But on the way out, I told my homeboy, I was like, hey man, I'm gonna cut through this field. And he was like, hey man, it's been raining, you probably don't want to cut through that field. I was like, no, I got it, bro, I do it all the time. And he was like, it's, you know, probably not a good idea, man. I'm like, bro, stop being a bitch, trust me. So I go up the curb, and I just, you know, I floor it, so, because I knew it was a little wet, and I was like, well, if I floor it, I can get some momentum and get through it. I get halfway through this field, and all I hear is yo, the wheels were turning. I got stuck with the trailer. I was stuck in the mud, and I didn't want to call my company and tell them that I got stuck, because I wasn't supposed to be going that way anyway. You know, I was like, damn, I'm gonna get fired. So my homeboy, he's like, man, I told you not to go that way. And I'm like, yeah, man, my bad, I fucked up. That's on me. I fucked up. I screwed the pooch on this one. I'm like, maybe we can like put some cardboard, or so I'm like, maybe we can put something under the tires to get some traction, you know, so, you know, so I can kind of like rock the truck out of this mud pit. So we go over to the dumpster, and we find like cardboard and anything we could just find to put under the tires, like 2x4s, whatever we could find to try and get some traction and get out of this hole. It was not happening at all. I kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper in this hole, and I'm like super embarrassed. So finally I had to break down and call the wrecker. I called the wrecker, and you know, I told my company. I mean, at that point I had to tell them what happened. And I called them, I was like, hey, I got stuck. There's this area where I'm stuck at. So apparently this happens all the time, and it wasn't that big of a deal. People get stuck all the time, and probably had gotten stuck at that place before. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta get some fuel, and I gotta take a 30-minute break. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, because I'm about to run out of time, and I don't want to get in a situation where I'm searching for somewhere to stop. Yeah, but so yeah, I call the wrecker, and the wrecker guy shows up, and he pulls up, and he's looking around. I was like, hey man, don't judge me, it just happened. And he was like, oh man, it's not that, you know, it happens all the time. I don't judge anybody. It's not the craziest thing I've ever seen. And so we're laughing about it, and he hooks up I think he hooked up to the back of the truck. I think he hooked us up to the back of the truck, and he just told us, he just pulled me out like it was nothing. And the bill was like, I think the bill was like $1,200 or something like that. It was super expensive. They didn't charge me for that one. They didn't charge me for that one. I guess they figured, you know, it was an accident. I did, however, get a truck towed one time. I got my whole truck and trailer towed away. It was Thanksgiving. I'm gonna have to tell you guys this story probably on another one. We're already at 26 minutes and I'm about to stop, so I don't want to get into that story. But yeah, I've gotten an entire truck and trailer towed. I mean, I went home and I came back to check on my truck and it was gone. It was fucking gone. And I was like, I know didn't nobody steal my fucking truck. Like, what the fuck, yo? Somebody did. So I was looking around for, you know, to see if it had gotten towed, and sure enough, it did. And I called these people. I'll tell you, when I tell the story, I'll tell you the details, because there was a lot that took place. That it was like a misunderstanding or some shit, and I'll tell you guys about that. But yeah, so I called this place and I was like, hey, do you have a semi truck there? And they were like, yeah, we got it. I'm like, I'm on my fucking way right now. I was pissed. Oh man, I was steaming, man. So I winded up driving to, I guess they knew I was upset, so they called the cops. They called the police to come up there. And when I got up there, the cops were already up there. And yeah, so, but what the fuck? Like, look at this. What the fuck, man? That pump doesn't work, damn it. And I don't even know. I'm not finna just fill up one fucking tank, yo. I want to fill up both my tanks. Now I'm backing up. I don't know if anybody's behind me or what. They need to like have a sign or something. Man, that's irritating. But yeah, so I get up there and I'm fussing at these motherfuckers. I'm like, man, how the fuck you gonna tow my fucking truck? You guys are some sharks, man. Little fucking tow company. And you know, they were trying to tell me it's not us, it's the guy whose property you parked on. Well, it was a fucking Walmart, and it was a Walmart, and I delivered a Walmart, so I should have been able to park there. So I had to make this sharp ass turn. And what I'm gonna do is, if I don't tear nothing up when I'm trying to make this turn, I'm gonna pull straight so I can straighten up, and then I'm gonna pull past the pump and straighten up, and then once I get straight, I'm gonna back up to the pump, you know, that way I'm not blocking the other pumps, cutting nobody off. So I need to go off duty. So yeah, but yeah, that's a whole nother story. And I'm gonna go ahead and sign off with you guys, just because I got shit to do. I gotta put fuel in here and all that good stuff. Hey, I am so glad y'all came and rode with me for a little bit. If something interesting happens, I'll jump back on and we'll pick up where we left off. But until then, stay in your lane, and I'll holler at you later. Deuces.